Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Nicoleattias with Prospect to Win. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to do so and let's get started. So today I am speaking with Randi Goodman, real estate broker. Randi, if you just want to introduce a little bit more about the type of work that you do and where you're going with it.
Well, Nicole, first of all, I would like to thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm just thrilled to be here. So thank you for that. And I'm excited to speak to your audience and share. So I am a full-time real estate broker. I'm with Remax Realtron, and I am also an event producer for the last 14 years. And also a publisher for the last 8 years. I've helped almost 200 people become #1 international best-selling authors, and looking forward to launching an extremely gorgeous coffee table style book this November and December. So yeah, happy to share with you guys.
That's awesome. So like, where do you find the time to do all these things? That's a lot of stuff to do. That's
It's
a
called
lot of stuff.
teams. It's called surrounding yourself with the right people, right?
Right, right. And you also run networking groups too.
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah.
So
Tell me about the networking. I know, like, I want to just share, sales, part of sales is networking. And, what's that all about? Like, what kind of people do you attract to your groups? And, what do they walk away with?
So we attract entrepreneurs mostly. A little bit of corporate will come, but mostly entrepreneurs. It is held during the day from 11 to 1. So it's harder for those corporate people to attend, but if they can, they do. And it started off as a live meetup years ago. And we did meet live once a month for a few years. And then, of course, COVID came and it was like, okay, now what? Okay, so we went virtual. And, so more people are able to attend. They don't have to take off from work time. They don't have to spend time traveling. They can just go online and start networking and meet some incredible other entrepreneurs who want to network with them and learn from them. So it's all about connecting. And honestly, the way I do it isn't just the typical 30, 60-second elevator pitch. I actually can't stand those because I want your authentic self, right? I just want to know about you. So we ask a few different questions and people answer. Sometimes they can get personal if they want to share that end. And then we have a little bit of an open forum, and then we go into some breakout rooms. And the reason, and I know there's a lot of networking groups doing breakout rooms now, but for me, the intent is to start that follow-up process, because as you know, in sales, one of the most difficult things or biggest weaknesses that people in sales have is the follow-up. They'll make the connection, they'll meet someone, they'll have a great interaction, and then what?
Exactly.
Nobody
Like
ever talks.
yeah, that's exactly it. Like, people just sort of, they figure, oh, great, I'm excited. I had such a great meeting, and they're pumped, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's amazing. But the problem is it just withers away. It just withers away. It's like, you don't do anything with it, nothing's gonna happen.
But I
What
have to tell you, like, I being in real estate for a few years now and constantly following up with people that I was introduced to like 3-4 years ago, you don't even realize that when you stay connected to those people, and most people will stop reaching out to them, right? They'll think, okay, nothing's going to happen. I'm just going to let them go. But you start to get business from those people, or they refer you even after a few years of reaching out, even though no business has ever happened. All of a sudden they're ready, or they know somebody who's ready, and they refer you, and they love the interaction you've been having, or the fact that you've been staying in touch, or you're staying front of mind for those people, and now you start to get business from that. So it's so important not to give up, not to let those go. Just keep building those relationships, keep sharing information, you don't have to pest them and call them every week, but every couple of months just say hi or send a letter or, send a video through email or whatever it is,
Yep, yep. You're perfect for my channel. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You're exactly
Thank you.
perfect for this. I agree with that. It's what you do with it, and it's time built. It's like time spent. How much time are you spending? So, I often talk about cold calling on this channel, but like networking is a big thing. It doesn't matter where you're drawing your lists and leads from. It doesn't matter how you're building those leads
Mhm.
or the list. What matters is the follow-up. And what you're basically talking about is the long-term follow-up, right? People are often looking at, okay, the short term, what's happening now? Okay, nothing's happening now, I'm moving on. Or they're looking at, maybe not short term like next week, but like a few months ahead. And then they figure it drops off after a year, nothing's moving. And that couldn't be like, I love your approach. It really resonates because I agree with it. And many people don't do that follow through. So you use the word follow up, you're talking about follow through as well. And those relationships are no longer cold, they're now warm, and people are more receptive. Grabbing a coffee together, touching base, seeing where things are at. They're not going to be like, what does she want from me? Right? They're going to be more open and friendly because they know you're not a threat anymore. You're not like, and no one wants to feel like they're being chased for their business. Like that's that's just horrible,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So what you're
yeah.
saying is correct.
And another thing people can do is a lot of salespeople or people in sales. And if you're an entrepreneur, you are the salesperson, like it or not, right?
Mhm.
But they'll give incentives to people for referring them. So whether they're paying them, a 10% referral fee, or they're gifting them, or, donating to their favorite charity, whatever it is, right? There's so many
Mhm.
different options. But let people know that you do that. So even the people, maybe you met them through cold calling, maybe they're a part of your network, wherever you met them, wherever you've been building the relationship from, let them know that even if it's not them that you're going to do direct business with, that you have an incentive program, or you have a reward program, or you have some kind of program that says thank you. Like when someone refers me to a client, I send them a Timmy's card or a Starbucks card or something like that in the mail, just to say thanks for thinking of me. I'm rewarding their behavior for referring me. But then if I actually get a closed deal out of it, then I'm quite generous in my gift to that person for thinking of me, because I want them, not that they're looking for that, but I want them to keep thinking of me. I want them to know that I appreciated it, right? And that
Yeah,
it meant something to me. And, so it's called incentivizing, but you can also have those conversations with people that you may not be doing business with directly and increase your sales that way.
I love it. I love it. It's so true. And people feel they know when they're appreciated. We
Mhm.
know when it's phony. We know when it's not. And tell me, who here doesn't love surprises? Okay, we all love surprises. All
Yeah,
right. So I
sure.
love this. This is great. Anything else you can offer? Maybe any tips you can suggest? You've offered so many already, but maybe final words before we close off.
Don't give up. Don't stop working at it. Don't stop trying. Don't stop calling. Don't stop reaching out, because you never know when that next referral is going to come or that next sale is going to come. And one more quick little story on that. I was introduced by my mortgage broker to somebody who she was hoping we would do business, and they weren't quite ready. And talking to them, on a regular basis, nothing's happening, which is fine. So you start keeping in touch a little bit later, in a month or a couple months or whatnot. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he refers me to a client, who lives in his neighborhood. And it was
Amazing.
like, whoa, like I didn't think anything would happen there. But I guess the rapport we built he loved our interactions and he felt comfortable to refer me to somebody else. So don't stop building those relationships, even if you don't think business is going to happen there, because you never know what's going to come of it.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.